Hi, and welcome to Screens in Focus podcast, where we share and connect as we spotlight our favorite shows and movies. I'm Diana, and today we are talking about Mayans M.C. Season 5, Episodes 6 through 10, including the explosive finale. I have my cousin Lisa here joining me today. Hi, Lisa.
Hi, everyone.
We have been texting each other back and forth, and we text each other during
the finale,
because we couldn't take it.
Which is very rare for us to text like that.
Right.
But yeah, it was sitting off the side of my couch.
And I was the same thing as you, as not having anyone to talk about, because I'm sitting there
by ourselves late at night, and what a shocking twist. Oh, I was not expecting that. And in fact, I'm still upset about it.
I know. Okay, so before we get into the episodes leading up into the finale, let's go into our question of the day. And I had two. I had two that I was teetering on, and so I'm going to just read them both. And then you're going to tell me which one you want to answer.
Okay.
Okay, so the first one is, Mayans M.C. Season 5 taught us the importance of brotherhood and sacrifice. If you were in Angel's shoes, would you have made the same difficult choice to protect your family?
Ooh, tough one. Tough one.
Do you want to answer it, or do you want to hear the other one? Or are we going to go with this one?
I think, well, we can go with both, but let's answer this one because it's fresh.
Okay.
I think if you notice Angel's face when they said, if you didn't know, kill him. And remember, he was handed the knife. I think at first Angel said, I can't, because he saw his brother. It wasn't until EZ said, Angel, you have to do this. Your son is outside, that he saw himself as a father in his legacy. He wasn't killing his brother. He was killing someone to protect his child. Mm-hmm. And I think every parent would probably kind of agree it wasn't the right thing to do, but when you're talking about your child, and EZ and him both took an oath to, follow the rules. That's why you need to be aware of what kind of clubs and stuff you join.
Yeah. I totally agree with you. Everything that you said, and that is so true. And I think that was what switched in him. And we're going to get into this. I could go on and on about this moment. We will in a little while. So let me just answer the question. Would I have made the same difficult choice? I think yes, I think so, but it's so hard because I keep thinking, how are you going to live after this? Like, how are you going to feel after you've done this act? So that's a tough one. That was so tough. I think that was one of the hardest moments in Mayans, and one of the hardest moments anybody would have to face in any either real life situation or situation on television.
Well, and also the question will come up later, if you think about it. What will his young son Maverick say when he talks about his Uncle EZ? How did Uncle EZ die?
Yeah.
That
man.
question, I mean, he needs to start preparing now. What kind of question? And is that going to give, I start thinking of way off, like, is this going to give the Maverick guilt? My uncle was killed because of the life that my dad had, or will he see it as my dad changed his life for me?
Yeah. It's all in how you interpret something. Oh, man, that's a heavy question.
Yep.
Where did I come up with that one?
I don't know.
But the other one, a little bit lighter. Tattoos play a significant role in the world of Mayans M.C. If you were to get a tattoo inspired by the show, what would it be and why?
You know my answer.
I do.
What do you think my answer is?
Well, EZ, but I think you had said the full name.
Or his face.
Space. Where would this face go?
So everybody knows now that I have a secret crush on EZ. So yeah, it's this is very emotional podcast for me.
Oh, I know. I'm not sure what I would get. I like all their tattoos. And you had brought it up to me about the tattoos. And I saw a YouTube video today. I think it was in season 3 when Angel was getting I guess, more of the tattoos, or maybe they were showing them now, but they were showing Mayans at the top and then the big one in the middle and then Southern California in the bottom.
It almost looked like the replica of the patch on the leather vest.
Yeah.
That's kind of what your back should look like as a full-pledged Mayan.
I mean, that would be kind of cool to get like that, but small, like either on your arm or somewhere different, you know, or maybe a smaller version somewhere on your
And I guess you have
or
to think about,
your leg.
you asked that question, me as a person, my real life as Lisa,
Yeah.
could I let something like that influence me? But almost this show actually made us feel part of this family.
Mhm.
Like we were very emotional. Then we would get very angry at certain things. You become part of this family. So watching this show, they did a great job, the creator, to suck us into this show. So if we got sucked in after all these 5 seasons, imagine if this is this is how the real life is. You know, some of these motorcycle clubs take this kind of, oath serious.
Right.
Like this.
Right. Oh,
it's a code of life.
It is. Yes, it definitely is. Okay, friends out there, let us know if you would like to answer one of these questions and let us know. Would you do what Angel had to do? Would you sacrifice for your family to protect your family? Or if you wanted to get a tattoo inspired by the show, what would it be and why? I have a feeling it'd be easier to answer the second one. I'm sure people have tattoos already inspired by this show. All right. So you can reach us on Twitter or Instagram at Screens in Focus. All our social media links are on our website at screensinfocus.com. We would love to hear from you, and the links are in the show notes. All right. So we are still mourning here at Screens in Focus. Seriously, I keep thinking about it daily. And we saw the last half of the season and the finale. And yes, there are going to be spoilers, so you must go watch it all before you listen to the rest of this podcast episode. This whole last half of the season and the finale had us totally gripped. It was super intense and heartbreaking. So I would want to know, Lisa, overall, what was your reaction to this last half of the season?
Well, I think previously we answered a lot from episodes 1 through 5. I think the last part, there was a lot of killing. Some of it was I understood. But I think what really got me too is when I saw Felipe, the father of EZ and Angel, protecting his grandson and the life that he gave to his sons, and he never really wanted them. He supported them, but he didn't want that life for them. And he ended up losing his own life due to repercussions of this motorcycle club. That to me really resonated with me. Like, wow, this poor dad lived his whole life, finally found out he had another son. I just kind of thought it was going to, I know they had to end the show, but I just was, in my heart, I wanted other things to happen.
Yeah. Me too. I think I will. Okay. So one, I think this show is so amazing. I totally love it so much. I'm so glad that you love it too, and that we can talk about it. Yes, so many people died, especially in episode 7. A lot of people died that episode. Adelita died, Creeper died, Jess was killed, Emily killed that mother, Oakland Mayans were killed. A lot. I remember I was blown away. I was like, oh my gosh, I think 6 or 7 people were killed in this episode. So it was crazy. So we knew we were getting to the end. And you and I had talked about really thinking that EZ was going to probably die. We just didn't know by whose hand. And we just really wondered, how is this going to happen? Of course, secretly, we wanted it all to be good and him to get away somehow, or something.
Or were we really hoping too that would we have been more upset if he died from the hands of another club? We would have said, oh, the Mayans are going to get back. Or they left us with closure.
They did.
They did leave us with closure, which is very hard to do because you start imagining, you start saying they could do a spin-off. So Kurt Sutter, and I believe his name is Elgin. I can't think of his last name.
James, is it?
Elgin James or James Elgin?
Wait a minute. Elgin.
Yeah, I don't want to get the name wrong. But they left us with closure, which I appreciate because my mind was wandering. What about this and what about that? So I do like that they gave us some good closure. And what happened at the end, and I don't know if we'll get into that.
We will.
Okay.
We'll get into all of that. Yes, it is Elgin James.
Elgin James.
By the way. And of course, I'm saddened for EZ through all of that and for Angel and just heartbroken. Okay, so we're going to get into all of that more because I want to elaborate, but I'm like, oh no, I got to wait.
Well, if any of you out there know Elgin James and he wants to get in touch with us, we would really appreciate that because I do have some questions still.
Well, I would love to do that. I would love to reach out to some of the people, but they are on strike right now, so they would not be able to respond. They cannot be on podcasts right now, so we have to wait for the strike to be over. All right, so there was this intense war with the Sons of Anarchy and also Letty's role. So it was pretty explosive because when we had talked last on the first half of the season, we saw where Isaac and EZ and the Mayans met, and then that's when EZ he killed that guy.
Right.
And so after that, it just kept going. So what did you think about the war with the Sons and how Letty was involved?
I think for Letty, two things I saw with her. She wanted to avenge the Mayans, and she had such anger towards them because she felt the Mayans were responsible for the death of her father. But then she wanted to kill Isaac because she finally opened up and had hope as someone that kind of changed her dad, that her dad loved. And she felt such security with hope. So then she started, hating Isaac also. So I feel bad for Letty because when she finally got to a place of she had her father back, she had hope back, and she lost everyone. I don't know. I just feel like she was so lonely. And the last scene with her just made me so sad.
Yeah. When you say, what do you mean she had her dad back?
Remember when she was raised as Coco was her brother before she found out Coco was her dad. Uh-huh. And then, they had a home. He brought Hope home, and Letty was kind of like, why'd you bring her here?
Right. She didn't like her.
No, she didn't like her. I think there was a little bit of jealousy maybe, and just why are you bringing her?
But because she also did drugs.
Yeah.
And she didn't want her dad around that either. That was just going to promote him continuing to do that.
Yeah. But I think she felt a sense of family.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Well, after Coco was killed, I think that her connection was Hope. And I think that's when she started to change because that's when she ends up helping her.
Well,
get clean.
Coco too. I mean, it was against the Mayans' rules to use.
Yes.
And Coco was using, and it kind of goes back to show you they weren't, she kind of expected, why didn't you look out for your brother kind of thing. But their response was, well, our brother wasn't following the rules, living up to the Mayan patch. And that's kind of what really killed him.
Yeah.
A lot of loyalty in this club.
Yeah. So Isaac, at this point, because the last time we had talked, he had kidnapped them and had told Letty, basically, which is what I thought he was going to do. I thought he was going to use her to get to the Mayans' information by using Hope as leverage, which is what ended up happening because she went to the Broken Saints. She saw what they were doing with the fentanyl. In turn, Sons comes and burns it down, which leaves the Mayans in a bind because they have to produce even more than they are used to producing and they're taking a big cut out of that financially also. So, and then we see Isaac and the group go to Angel's house because they're like, okay, we're going to keep going.
Wow.
And so then
we got your supply line. Now we're going to kill you.
Yeah. So then they go to Angel's house, but Angel has moved out which we're going to get into in a few minutes too. Adelita's no longer there. He just thinks she left. And so then they go to Felipe's house, which we're going to get in there. But right now, I just want to concentrate on Letty. So yes, she has that loss that you were talking about, and now she's lost. Oh, she finally goes and gets Hope. Well, let's go there. So she finally goes and gets Hope with that one guy in the Sons helping her, which you could tell he was.
Well, throughout the whole Mayan season, do you notice there's always one that has that soft heart, like, let me, you're not going to tell anyone. Let me give you a ticket out of here. Let me do this. Let me turn my eye while you escape. Like,
exactly.
there's always one in the group, which we'll get into that, because there was a couple that I thought were actually going to turn out on the nicer side, and wow.
They didn't.
So I don't know.
They did their thing. Well, this guy did. And so he let Hope and Letty escape, but Hope knew that Isaac wouldn't stop, that he was always going to find her one way or another.
And she said that, and he will find you too, she said. And she basically offed herself to protect Letty.
Yeah.
And I mean, at the time, I'm sure you don't understand that, but oh gosh, there's just so much. Like,
I know. I feel like I understand in her mind why she thought she was doing it, but I feel like there could have been another way. Like, they could have gone somewhere, or they could have sided with the Mayans and said, help us, or I don't know. I mean, who's to say? But I think the whole point was to show Letty's arc and what was happening with her, how this was affecting her, the people that she's lost and what she's reaching out to, and then the lows that she goes to. But then at the end, we do see her go to the Broken Saints with Sally, who you asked me, who's Sally? Or how do you know this dog's name?
Yeah, I remember when you said, is Sally pregnant? And I'm like, wait, who's Sally? You're all the dog. So
I didn't mean, is Sally pregnant, though? Okay. So at that moment, I don't think I realized when I was reading it that Sally was the dog. I'm thinking, who's Sally? And why is she pregnant? But it was that Sally knew Soph. I don't know if it's Sophie. Soph. I heard somebody call her a version
the
of
one
Sophie.
Thing that you just brought up, Sally, that was the one saving grace that didn't make me fly in the air, was thank goodness the dog survived.
Yeah.
And I know that sounds crazy because we're watching a show where we're totally like, oh, get him and revenge. And I mean, of course, this is a movie and, a show, I should say, and we're not condoning this behavior. However, killing an animal just for me, I couldn't do it.
It's wrong. Just like in John Wick.
Yeah.
It's wrong, man. It's wrong.
You can't. Yeah. Children and dogs.
Yeah. It doesn't work. So, at least Letty is hopefully on a better path. At least she's in a safe path with these women. I hope.
Well, I think that I love the fact that we're so into this show that we're hoping this.
Yeah.
When they're actors and actresses who, but I think that's what makes this a great show, that we have all of this to say and to bring out to people and say, do you think Angel's this? I mean, no, what's really happening is Angel probably took off his ink written tattoos, went home, took a shower, and
yes,
he's probably eating a nice steak dinner.
Right.
But we're so involved in, oh gosh, if any of the Mayans could contact us, we need to talk to you.
This is why, Lisa, I love TV movies, because I do become immersed. I've said this before, but I remember one time, it was many, many years ago when I was working and I was talking about a TV or a movie at my job, and somebody came in and they're like, what happened? And I'm like, it's blah, blah, blah. She's like, aren't those characters in a show movie? I'm like, yeah. She's like, oh my God, I thought you were talking about real people. You do
have, since I was little, there's 5 years difference between us and I am younger. However, even growing up, you have an alter ego when it comes to movies, when it comes to acting, when it comes to watching a play and always get a message very deep from them, and you do immerse yourself into the program.
Yeah.
You've always done that. And I remember probably we were older teens and maybe in our, we always said, I don't know if you remember this, we always said we would have a talk show.
Yes, I do.
Yeah.
I do.
So we had a talk show and look at us now. I'm over here visiting on, but we always said we'd be great on a talk show.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Because we love talking.
Instead of Kelly and Mark, it'd be Diana and Lisa.
Exactly. Okay, so this goes into, we're talking about the sons now, the war.
Oh.
So they end up going to Felipe's house.
Right.
And because they think Angel's there. And then Felipe, of course, is going to protect his grandchild. And he has things set up just in case, which I love. I love that, right? I got my gun. I got my bullets.
But I think he always
hidden.
had to be
Yes.
on the defense
Yes.
all the time.
Yeah, because he never knew what was going to happen. He knows his son are in this motorcycle club. So he pulls everything out and he gets a few of them. I know he does on the other side of that door when he's shooting at them, but he's shot already.
When you said that, we know he got a couple. That's kind of what left us hanging on episode 9 because they bring out the body bag. So I remember you calling me texting me right after and saying, oh my God.
Yeah.
They killed him? And I said, or do they want us to think that?
Yeah.
I thought maybe it could have been the sons because we didn't see that reaction on Angel. I think he was in disbelief.
Yes.
Like, is this, who is this? So I was kind of, I couldn't figure it out. From 9 to 10, there were so many unanswered things.
Yeah.
And I couldn't wait for Wednesday night to see it.
Yeah. No, I agree with you. I was more like a question, like, is this what you think? Because I wasn't convinced yet.
I wasn't either.
And I was hoping so bad that it wasn't him because I thought, well, they didn't show him and Angel had a reaction, but not bawling reaction. So I thought, is it because it's not him? What's happening? Or is he still in shock? I just really wasn't sure. Oh, and when the baby Maverick put his hand on Angel's face.
Oh, no, I can't. I can't deal with animals or children like that.
That little kid was amazing. That little baby, that little toddler, he was amazing. I thought, how'd they get and every time.
His reaction with Angel.
Yeah, all the time. I thought, does Angel hang out with this kid? Is this
even the grandpa,
related?
even with Felipe, he went to him. I mean, filming that scene, he was holding him saying, it's going to be okay. I mean, he had to comfort that child because if you think in a movie set with all of this going on in chaos, that little Maverick actually had to look and trust.
Yes. He was such a cute little kid. So, Felipe's demise and its ripple effects. So, now this is affecting how Angel's going to move forward and how EZ's going to move forward.
Okay, but before we get to that, the funeral was sad for me because I felt like it was so... He owned the carniceria. He owned the meat store. Why wasn't there a lot of people there? I was sad for that.
That's true.
I was very sad.
And EZ did say, which I saw in the second time, EZ said a lot of people came to my mom's.
Yeah, and with Dad, no one was there. And it kind of makes you think that EZ, EZ's always had a thing that his mom was killed out of her death was in vain. Like she wasn't living a bad life. Mm-hmm. She was the innocent one. Mm-hmm. But Felipe loved his wife and that was his life before. And it's kind of like his past just followed him because really he raised 2 sons and then the history started repeating again. Mm-hmm. Is it a small town? Is it, again, so many questions.
Yeah.
Unanswered questions for me.
Okay, wait, let's go to the funeral because you're at the funeral.
I'm at the funeral.
And we see that Angel's crying, but EZ's not, which I find very, I feel like he's just a little bit...
He's withdrawn.
Yes.
EZ, I think EZ knows, and if any of you watch the Sons of Anarchy, when the leader knows it's not going to end well, he kind of stoic, pulls himself away.
Have to.
Yeah, and... He's not a family person anymore. He is a club person. Yeah. It's all about the rules.
I think yes and no, because he has to put on this front a little bit, right? Because I think at this point, okay, wait, we're still at the funeral. Hold on. So let's get this moment that I'm thinking of.
I know what you're thinking of.
I'm thinking of Miguel.
Yes.
That's what I'm thinking of.
I'm thinking of Miguel too.
So I want to talk about Miguel and then we'll go into EZ's actions after that. So Miguel comes to give his condolences, and he goes up to Angel. I'm sorry for your loss. And then he starts to tell EZ, and EZ's like pissed off.
EZ says, "What are you doing here?
You're not family or friends."
But did you see, if you looked at Miguel's hand?
Yes.
He had a picture.
Yes.
And I thought...
Angel looked at it.
Angel looked down and saw it. And I thought, this is the cute. Miguel's going to say, EZ, he was my father too. And show him something. But EZ didn't cut him off right there. And did you notice even Miguel softened a little and said, he said something like, I'm still paying my he still was your father, or something to that effect.
I'm still gonna
still
gonna pay my respects, basically.
Yeah, and EZ was like, no. But okay, why wasn't Emily there? These are just questions that are popping in my head. Like, why wasn't Emily there? Yeah. She loved Felipe.
Oh my gosh, that is a great question.
Yeah. Why?
Why wasn't she there? Maybe he didn't let her go. Oh my God, that makes me mad now.
Yeah, it makes me mad because Felipe helped her with so many things.
Yes.
She went to him. And I would think if Miguel's really trying to pay his respects, he knows that the heavy passed with the Reyes family, with Emily. So I'm kind of upset about that.
Yeah.
I want to feel sorry for Miguel, but kind of mad.
Uh-huh. I'm with you on that one, man. So that's a really good question. So, but I felt like, because that was the last time that they are together, and I that was one thing I am missing. I wanted them to, even for a moment, know that that EZ knew. I don't know if EZ knew. I have a feeling Angel suspected, because seeing that picture, but I want to know EZ knew. And maybe he did know, but I want to know he knew.
Yeah, I wanted them to show, like, I'm your brother.
Yeah.
But no, and I think Angel, it gives you that illusion that Angel knows something, but not sure if he knows something.
Mm-hmm, mm-hmm.
Again.
Because now they have Maverick and their cousins.
Yeah.
Of course, they still might find those pictures and realize what happened. I don't know, but
even though it says it's the season finale, no more Mayans, somebody could...
But here I am, like what you said, I'm thinking they have a life afterwards, and there's other moments and other happenings, so my mind keeps going. All right.
You never know. We could be from the Broken Saints. We could start a show.
Yeah. True.
I mean, the Mayans were actually not planned when the Sons was ending, so you never know.
Exactly. All right, so now we get to where EZ knows, because that Sons comes to them, because he wants Jess's body back for the sister.
Yes.
So he wants her back, and he's going to give them information. Of course, they can't believe he's there. And I'm assuming that they get the information and let him go, because they didn't really show. Hopefully, I wonder if he died in that attack. I don't know. But that is when EZ gives that roaring speech to the Mayans. And
the Mayans came out of everywhere.
Yeah.
He comes out.
Were the Grim Bastards there too?
Yes.
Okay.
But did you notice right when he opened the door, I never expected that crowd.
Yeah.
It was like, wow. It was like the Wizard of Oz. They were all there.
Yeah.
But I have a question in the clubhouse when you said the Sons came and asked for Jess's body back.
Mm-hmm.
You know the bartender girl? This is kind of a off topic.
Yeah.
Right? The bartender girl who said, that's what we do. We clean up the messes. Remember when she was watching Angel's baby for them?
Oh, okay.
But the girl, she was always the bartender at the clubhouse.
Uh-huh.
For some reason, I thought she was going to be the snitch. And it keeps coming back to me like, did she have any part, or was she just a female that worked there?
I think so.
Wow. She saw a lot of stuff.
She did.
Wow.
I wonder if she survived. I hope she made it out of there. Hopefully she had left for her shift and went home. So this is when EZ gets the crowd going and basically says, we're going to war with the Sons. We fight because we love our brothers, because we love our family, and we want them to be safe because, one, he wants that. He wants to be, rule, but also to get back for Felipe because he knows the Sons killed his father.
And, okay, so here's this. You might have caught this. You might have not caught this. when they were all cheering on EZ, all of them in the crowd, yeah, yeah, a lot of the non-board members of that sit at the table were really chanting for EZ and EZ, EZ. Did you notice Bishop's face? And a couple of them looked a little like they were backing up EZ, but they had a look, and I kind of like the table. Did they already know at this point what they had to do? I
don't think so.
Because I just feel like they didn't have that total look like, yeah, EZ. They had
yes, I know what you're saying because I did notice one shot of them.
Yeah, they kind of panned on the main members.
Yeah.
I can't think of...
I think that they had to have a certain look, don't you think, when you are hosting this event? You have to be kind of cool and collected.
I don't know. It kind of made me think like, whoa,
yeah.
Are they going to turn?
Yeah. If anything, I think kind of... Because I think Bishop had a little bit of a chip on his shoulder.
Yep.
So he's like, what are all these people cheering him for? I don't remember having anybody cheer like this when I was president.
And when Bishop went to tell Alvarez congratulations on his baby, you notice he said, one of us is doing it right. It almost like, I mean, I saw remorse when they were sitting at the table, like new business, like kind of business keeps going. But I noticed Bishop, when the end scene, Bishop just had so much hate towards EZ.
I know.
And it made me sad.
It did make me sad, too. Because I actually liked Bishop. But then that part made me a little bit like...
See, we keep going back to my favorite, my favorite guy.
Okay, so let's get to...
So we go to war.
They go to war, yeah. And what happens?
Well, they got rid of the sons. Yeah. Isaac, I thought Isaac was going to get away. I'm like, if he gets away,
I know.
We haven't revenged.
Yeah.
But then EZ, I don't know if the peeing scene was necessary.
Well, you didn't see it. You just heard it.
No, but still, like, you didn't see it. But I mean, if somebody's going to kill my family, I guess I'm going to pee on them too, right?
Yeah. It's so funny because, well, it's not funny, but okay, we see that part. EZ chases down
Isaac.
I'm so glad he did that. I'm so glad that they put that in there. I just thought that was a really good moment. And he goes up to him and Isaac says, this is not the way. This is not the way. This isn't how I expected to go out. Or there's more. There's more. He's just trying to get every minute he can. I thought he was going to get the upper hand because he's wacky.
Yeah, he has that sinister look. Like,
I'm going to use it to my advantage.
Talk you out of it and then flip you over and kill you.
Exactly.
Yep,
that's what I was afraid of. But no, EZ didn't let up and EZ shot him, which was really good. But then, like you said, then you see him unbuckling his pants and then it darkens and then you hear the noise of him urinating on him. Thought there was something I was going to say about that.
We were talking about
DNA. That's what I was going to bring up.
Yeah, you did bring up the DNA.
When you said, did he just do that? Because we were texting each other, and I said his DNA, or they're going to know who did it with his DNA, and you said that's right.
Yeah. So I mean, but really, at that point, with mass murdering like that, do they investigate all that?
I know.
Do you investigate? Like, there's 30 bodies here. Do they just say, cause of death, gang fight? I don't know.
All right. Let's talk about the brothers and the losses. Because Angel's had losses here. He's lost.
Are we talking about the brothers, meaning the brotherhood, or my two favorites?
No, the two brothers. I want to talk about them because I love that. And also Angel's loss kind of combined. So we see Angel's journey as he deals with the losses that he's had and becoming a single dad to Maverick. So this motivates him to talk to his brother. And so they go on that ride. What did you think about that ride?
That ride? I think it was the way the cinematography was. They were driving and racing and come on, Angel. It's almost like they went back to their childhood. Like in La Bamba. Remember when running up the hill?
La Bamba.
So this is how when I saw them like that, I said, it was such a happy moment for them that they hadn't had in so long that I thought, is someone going to come and like run them over? Or
I thought the same thing.
Yeah. Or when they were on the bridge
Yes.
talking, is someone going to shoot him here?
Mhm.
It was just so, they had a glimpse though of like,
Innocence.
yeah, innocence. Because going back, this totally shifted roles on EZ and Angel. Because do you remember when EZ was a prospect?
Yeah.
And Angel would give him so much shit and want to, make him do things and go wash the bikes and stop talking prospect. And I mean, I used to think like, God, Angel's a jerk to his brother. Yeah. And look, it came full circle. Mm-hmm. So the brothers, there's one scene in the brothers that I can't even talk about it. But when they were killing EZ and he was still smiling with that smile, and he's like, I'll miss you, Angel.
We'll get there.
I can't.
1 second.
I don't want to talk about this.
We'll get there 1 second. We'll get there 1 second because I do want to talk about their moment on the bridge, just talking like brothers, and how Angel told EZ that you did this. You put the Mayans on top.
Yeah. He gave him like, all this is because of you. This leadership is because of you.
Right.
But I'm a dad.
Yes. And I don't want to end up dead. I don't want to be in a car accident. I don't want someone to kill me. I need to be there for my son. And so I have to go somewhere. And EZ tells him don't screw it up, or something to that effect.
Well,
like, go ahead and
go. Do you notice too, they made Angel, I don't know if I'm just picking up on all these things, but Angel not very, I guess, I mean, to put it very honestly, like they made Angel not very smart. And I don't know if because they focused on EZ's character being very intelligent with going to college, and he went to Stanford. But I feel like Angel, like the one line I think they could have just said, I need to get a regular, I wish he would have said something.
Oh, when he says a janitor?
Yeah, that to me kind of like, okay, janitor's a great job. But the way he said it, almost like, this is the best I can be. I wish the line could have been I'm not a writer, but I wish it could have been like, I have to get a real everyday job or something. I don't know. When he said janitor, it just kind of struck me.
That's the second time they've used that, though. Because remember when he was talking to Bishop, maybe that's why he said it, though. Because he asked Bishop, how do you handle this? No, how do you balance, or how do you choose, something like that? And
how do you balance this life and your life? And he says you don't.
Yeah, and he says, I would give this life up to go be a janitor and raise a family. I think he said that too. The same word. So I don't know if he's saying it because he said that. I don't know if it's they only think they can be a janitor, and that's
which is a very good job. Like,
it's a great job, but it's interesting. You're right. Why did they use that term?
Word? I didn't know if there was something like.
It could be.
Is this the only job
Bishop,
I can get?
Yeah, exactly.
I don't know.
So I want to take a step back for just a moment and go to the episode. I think it was episode 6, where we didn't know what EZ and Angel's relationship was going to be, because Angel thought that EZ could kill him, because remember he says, get your jacket, or whatever it is.
Right.
Let's go. And he seems very distant. You thought, oh, what's happening? And Angel thought to himself, oh my God, is my brother going to kill me?
Right. Well, this is what I mean about plot twists. They make us think something like what they're thinking, and then it's the opposite. Exact opposite.
That's when they went to the sons that had killed their mother,
right? And
they finally kill her. And he says, come on, Angel, you do it too. We both got to do this. And so they both do. They both kill the sons. And so anyway,
I find it very strange when you said they went and killed the guy that they found. When Angel asked him, how did you know he was here and how long have you known? Mm-hmm. It's all, remember when they walked in the door, the guy's almost taunting, like, wow, what took you so long? Kind of thing. It's like, I guess
he was waiting.
When you're in that life,
something's going to
it's either
happen.
Prison or death.
Yes,
that's
exactly.
the way out. It's the way of life. Yeah.
Which I want to get to in EZ's thoughts in just a moment, but I also wanted to bring up, and one of the episodes leading up to the finale, where he gets in a motorcycle accident with his bike, and Wendy from Sons of Anarchy, and Wendy was Jax's wife, mother of his children. Was it his wife?
Well,
or just mother of his children?
Mother of his one son.
Yeah, I think it was his wife, wasn't it?
Was Wendy? Tara was his wife.
Yeah.
Wendy was his old lady.
Okay.
And
Okay.
they had one son together, but then she raised the second son when his wife was killed.
Yeah.
So,
she comes back, doesn't say who she is.
and which was kind of nice when she said,
Yeah.
I don't want to say in case you have beef with them.
Yeah. I love that. I thought it was really good. And the thing is that she got through to him.
And she made him seem like there's no way out.
Well, that you've got to, something about finding joy in
Joy in your life. No, it was more like,
what was it?
She gave.
Oh, something's okay. I know. I'm sorry. She gave him advice that in sticking to this club and this life, he was missing what was right in front of him. He was missing all the joy.
And that made him think of Sophie.
Or Gabby, you mean? Or Sophie. Yes.
Sophie,
Yes. Sophie. Yes.
It made him think. And that's when I thought she was going to tell him the exciting news.
Yeah.
But yeah, okay. We'll get into that too.
Yeah. So, yes, exactly. So I think that that was good for EZ to hear that. And I think that's what helped him get back to his brother in a way too.
Yeah, I think so. Because the whole riding together, that...
I loved it. I really loved it. On the bridge, the banter that they had.
The bantering, the background scene, them driving free with nobody else in the club, just them two being brothers, not being club members.
Right.
Being real blood brothers.
And Emily saw them.
Oh, when she saw it, and Miguel looked too. Not Miguel.
No,
not Miguel. Well,
no, I think it was just her. It was just her, I thought. She just looked at them, and then she looked at them, but then she was just like,
no,
she
was getting in the
car.
Yeah. But wasn't Miguel there?
I don't remember.
See,
I don't think they showed him, though. Because I just saw it again. I don't recall.
But when she looked and saw them, what was she thinking? Was she thinking, I love you, EZ, you'll always be my true love? And that's another thing. I thought Cristobal, her son, was going to turn out to be EZ's for some reason. I always thought that since episode, I don't know, 1.
Yeah.
I don't know. It just, there's so many scenarios I wanted to end, but, every good thing comes to an end with that.
Okay. So now let's get into, because Angel wants to say goodbye. I know, Lisa, I know.
So
sad. EZ tells him, look, we're going to bring it to the table at night. In the evening. So they all meet in the evening. And of course, Sophie has said she wants to talk to EZ, but EZ's all earlier in the day. And he says, I'll come home tonight and we'll talk.
Yeah.
In the meantime, the dog's sniffing at her, and Bottles says, hey, my sister, my dog did that to my sister when she was pregnant. And then Sophie's like, oh man. And of course she takes the pregnancy test. We don't see the results. We just know what the results are.
And she kind of rubs her tummy in the mirror. Yeah.
So here we are at the meeting. And when they're all sitting around at the meeting and EZ's talking about how much he loves his brothers and how this means so much to him, of course, in all of our minds, we're like, oh my gosh. And you see
the table giving him that look. It wasn't the look of course, brother.
Yeah.
It was almost like,
how are you saying these words?
Yeah, how are you saying these words? And then when he got interrupted to patch in Nestor.
Yeah.
Why did they have to patch him in? Was that his initiation?
Okay, so I want to talk about Nestor, but I just wanted to quickly say this, and just in case for the flow of things. The reason they found out, Bishop and all the rest found out, was because Cody, a.k.a. Katie, she goes by both names, the AFT agent that was let go and is now working with Potter, she came to Bishop's house when he was taking a shower. And we don't see what she says, but of course we only know what we think she tells him about EZ working with Kevin Jimenez. Right? Kevin Jimenez.
Which ends up being their cousin.
Right. Okay, fast forward. So I think the reason they patch Nestor in, this is my one, because they need him because they're going to be losing somebody, but also because I think they were trying to show the importance of putting the club first, because he killed Jess. He just asked Jess out on a date.
And then they said, get rid of her.
Yeah. Then they said, get rid of her. And so he had to get rid of her. And I think they said, hey, I'm sorry, man. And he's all, screw that. She was a rat. I don't, I'm fine with it. Of course, he's just saying that. I'm sure deep down he's like, damn it.
Yeah.
But
Finally, someone likes me.
I know, exactly. But I think that's why. I think they were showing this guy shows he put the club first, just like Creeper did. And we want people that follow the rules.
Right. Well, we want loyalty. We need to know we can trust you kind of thing.
Yeah.
And at the table, you know, the young guy who said his father has passed.
Yes. Yeah.
What is his name? Do we know his name? Okay, because
I know exactly who you're talking about. And yes, his father was killed. That's why he ended up killing the Oakland Mayans president. I believe that I've got that right. But
I feel like Alvarez knew something about that.
Yeah.
So,
probably.
which is a different. We might have to have a continuation of the more questions we get, the more we can come back on and talk about this.
I know, right?
We'd love to have your questions written in. However, did you notice that when Angel said, I have a son now, I have to think of my son. Mm-hmm. I don't want him to grow up with me in this club. He looked at that young guy because it touched his heart. Like that's what happened to him. He lost his dad because of the club. Correct?
Yeah. Yeah. Okay, this is going to kill me. I don't know.
I know you like to search for your answers.
I know. I want to know.
It's this alter ego of yours.
We'll see if we can find it. If not, somebody tell us who that guy is. He wasn't one of the main characters. So
no, he came in at the end and he's always messing with the prospect.
Yeah, so it's like...
Both young guys.
Man.
But you know the guy who spoke at the table and said, let's patch Nestor in? What's his name?
I can't remember who's the one.
The heavy set guy, kind of bald.
Oh, is it Hank? Is it Hank or not?
I don't know. I need that question answered also.
I think it might have been Hank. Right? Was it Hank or no, the other guy? Or was it Gilly? This is Gilly.
No, it was Hank.
Okay. Then it was probably Hank, yeah.
Diana's showing me the pictures right now. No stone left unturned with us.
Oh, my goodness. I wish I knew that young guy's name. It's going to kill me.
He messed with the prospect in the van all the time?
Yeah. Yeah. I know which guy you're talking about.
Which that prospect, did he die a prospect or did he die a Mayan?
Who?
The prospect.
Nestor? Or
Nope.
the other one, Bottles?
Bottles.
No.
Is it Goggles?
No, Bottles, I think. Bottles.
Bottles?
Uh-huh.
Because of his glasses?
I don't know.
He's the
one who had, okay.
He reminded me of like Superman, like the dorky look with the glasses, but when you take him off, he's going to be
He was the one that had befriended the fentanyl guy, right?
Right.
That one. Okay. So they patch Nestor in, and then that's when they grab Easy.
And the way they did it, Easy gave him a hug and said, congratulations. He's all, you notice he even said his name. He says, thank you, Easy. And then they just grabbed him.
Yeah.
Oh.
I know. It was heartbreaking. And then that's when Bishop tells him everything that you did, and you're the rat, and you're working with him and Hanks. And
you killed Creeper, died for you.
Yeah.
And you notice Easy didn't deny anything. He kind of just like...
He said, don't tell him, Angel, or tell him, Angel, tell him that you didn't know anything.
Right.
Oh, man, he's all, oh my gosh. And when they were telling him that he had to kill him, and Angel's, I can't do it. I thought Clay was so damn good in that role. I thought he was fantastic. I don't think he gets enough, well, he probably does get enough credit, but, because everybody concentrates on Easy.
Right.
I thought Angel was so good.
Oh, Angel was great in this. He was a great.
Yeah.
But like you said, they have to pump up one star all the time.
Yeah. But man, and I was
he said, tell him, Angel, tell him. He was so desperate because, they had the gun towards, or the knife.
Both?
The gun.
Yeah.
Towards Angel's head.
Yes.
And he's all, tell him, Angel, tell him. Almost like desperate. Like, come on, brother, tell him. He was trying to save him. And then when Angel said, I can't, I really thought, oh no, they're both going to die for this.
I thought that.
And they're going to leave this boy orphaned.
Yes.
But then he said, Angel, your son is outside.
Yes.
Easy actually was a hero to save his He thought of his family, his real family.
Yes.
Blood family. Save my nephew. Tell him
about me.
And tell him about mama.
Yeah.
Ugh.
Yeah. Yes. Oh my gosh. And he kept smiling at him because I think he wanted him to
know it's okay.
It's okay.
And he says, I'm ready. I'm ready.
Yes.
Oh, and smile. And he didn't die right away.
And he had he still had tears coming out of his eyes too. And then of course Angel's just, I can't do it. I can't do it.
And then Angel, did you see him jump to the ground and hold him?
Yeah.
Oh God.
But when he actually did have to give the first
stab,
that was so horrific.
He didn't stab him in the heart. He stabbed him in the tummy.
Grabbed his shoulder and he said, I'm sorry.
Yeah.
And he hugged him, and because he had to, or he would be dead and his son would be
orphaned.
Orphaned. And there's just no way that could happen. I know so many emotions went through me. I've listened, I'm sure you have too, JD Pardo saying that the moment that he killed Gabby, he knew he was going to die.
An eye for an eye.
It was mostly like his soul had left him at that point.
Right.
And he knew this life that he was leading. And that's also why he had become so ruthless in this last season, because he already knew he was going to die. He didn't know when.
But did you see that how he killed Gabby? Because she was going to rat on Angel.
No,
so
exactly.
He had such allegiance to his brother
He did.
that we didn't always see on both sides.
Right.
With him and Angel.
Right.
But you're right. That was when the turn happened for EZ, when he killed, because he actually loved her.
Yeah.
But
his brother came first.
Yes. Okay.
His family, his brother. It did.
However, that's what I couldn't believe EZ was. I mean, I knew EZ got out easy time, because this is the way I kind of made the movie in my head, or the show. I'm sorry, I keep calling it a movie, but the show. I said he got out at easier time, right? Because of his cousin, and he was going to be a snitch. I never actually saw him do anything really bad. So I thought when they got Potter, him and Angel, remember that one scene back in the Reyes brothers? God, Potter's voice just annoyed me.
I know, me too.
Oh, he was so deviant.
Yes.
And I thought, okay, they turned it on him.
Yeah.
Look, we know where you have a kid. We know this.
Yes.
I thought, okay, EZ's done with that life, but are they killing him because he was a snitch now, or was it because he was a snitch before?
Because I think if you're a snitch at all, I mean, but he was a snitch.
Okay.
Yeah, I don't know that he was doing anything now to put him in that role, but he still did it. He's still considered a rat.
He's still considered a rat to the club. But so are you telling me if you become a snitch, they let you get away with murder?
Who are you talking about?
The DEA and all of them.
They might.
The feds.
Maybe they would. I don't know.
You get to be a snitch, then we're going to give you free range to kill people?
I don't know.
And they knew he was responsible for stuff. So that's why I thought EZ can't be the snitch, because he's killing people. Or did they never just catch him? I don't know.
Yeah.
Very upsetting. Very upsetting for me.
You want any reason that he can get out free
I know,
and not be considered any of this. So
I do respect JD Pardo, because he died for his brother. But, EZ, why did you have to die?
I know. It was hard. It's so hard. But he did say also, and you had mentioned this earlier, that he wanted to die at the hands of his brothers. And and he knew that was and he said it in that interview.
Honorable.
It was the most honorable. He didn't want a sons to kill him. He didn't want a drive-by to kill him. He didn't want to be on the road. He wanted it to be his brother. So he was dying the way that he wanted to die.
And he knew he had to die.
So that's why he said it's okay. And he says, I'm ready. And he knew he wasn't going to live anymore, or have a full life, be a regular life anymore. So, and he knew he could give that to his brother who had a kid.
Selfless. Goes back to why I love him so much.
Yeah, it was.
And do you notice?
Go ahead.
They made him, he was still bruised up from his previous fights.
Yeah.
And so it made him look so hard, but he was.
Yeah.
I know he had a good heart.
Yeah.
I know secretly he loved me too.
He loved Emily and he loved his brother, I think.
And me.
And you. So, but yeah, oh man, I watched this episode again in two parts, and part of it was last night. And yes, I had tears. I don't know if I had more tears. I might have had more tears last night. I think just because I knew everything that he had sacrificed and everything he had done. And it was hard. It was
Watching
really
it
hard.
again, Mayans is one of those shows that you have to watch the episode or stop. If you watch it alone at night in your house with the lights off, everybody starts to jumble up together and you don't know who's who. You got to watch it again to understand it. But I feel like the last 3 episodes, there was more light. And when I mean light, I really mean the lighting in the show so that you could kind of get a good look. There was a lot of scenes done in the daytime versus always at night and killing. So it kind of made you, like, if you did miss something, you could catch up kind of.
Yeah.
I feel the last 3 episodes really did that. They brought the people in.
Yeah. Okay, so let's just talk quickly about Emily and Miguel's path.
Whoa, she did that good.
Yeah, she did.
But same thing, loyalty with her sister.
Yes.
You killed my sister, you are going to pay.
Exactly. That's the same thing.
And the camera's going down like that. Put him the way she wants. Oh. Yeah, I knew she was up to some.
She set it up good.
When she dyed her hair brown, I said, oh, she's going hard. Yep.
I know.
She's
so
not
good.
that blonde look anymore.
I'm like, oh my God, and then when she listened to the bodyguard say, oh, I do everything for
Mr. Galindo.
Yes.
I clean up all the messes.
I thought, oh,
she
knows.
You just fried yourself, buddy.
She set that up so good. Oh, it was a good ending for her.
And why didn't this little boy, these are those questions that pop up. Why didn't he start crying or you don't hear him? But boy, did she turn on the faucet. That was great.
Yeah. She's all 1, 2, 3, 4.
She knew the steps. And then when he came down, what was that noise? And she hugged him first.
Yes.
Like, ha, I know you killed my sister.
Uh-huh. Oh, it was so good.
It's almost like the same, like she got the last word.
Yeah.
Like Bishop did with EZ. You're not the only one who reads Shakespeare.
That's actually a pretty good line.
Yeah, that's very heavy. Good line.
You shouldn't have used it on him. And so, okay. So
Emily,
all of this,
so we believe that Emily is now, she's getting a mute. Well, here's the thing.
No, we don't know. Well, no, because we don't. It was a murder-suicide. So she's not getting immunity or anything. She's not getting.
But it's funny that Galindo, that's what he was in the process of doing. Getting immunity for them, trying to make a better life for them.
Okay, so, but her actions changed what happened to the Mayans, I think. Because Patricia Devlin, or whatever her name is, Dana Delaney's character.
Right.
She wanted Potter so bad. She was like, oh, I got you. And then because Miguel was going to give her all this information, but now Miguel is dead. So Miguel can't give it to her. And that other guy, her boss or her.
Did you see when she answered the phone and then she.
Yes.
Shit, like he's not going to show up.
Yeah. Oh, she was pissed.
Oh, she was mad, not knowing he's dead.
Well, I don't know if it was, I don't know what they told her, but she knew he wasn't arriving or he was dead, whatever she thought. But the whole thing was that other guy had told her they really want the Mayans because it just looks better on the books and out there in the public and social media, whatever it is, than somebody in our, in our own system here is doing all this stuff. And she's all, no, we're going to get Potter.
Yeah, they didn't want the negativity on that guy. Exactly. He wanted, the Mayans are big fish to fry.
Yeah, and look in the public.
But she
wiping
had
so
the city much
clean.
Hatred.
Yes, which I wanted what she wanted, of course, because we all wanted Potter, and we didn't want the Mayans to, end here. It's funny how all these things are related because of Emily's actions. This is what's happening. And so now it's the ATF and their deadly move with going to the clubhouse and going. They
go in and then you hear pow, pow, pow.
Pow, 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 pow.
So we're led to believe.
Every single one of them. It was done. A lot of gunfire.
Yeah, it's done. But the reason why you believe that is because you didn't see the other agents that were outside, like, storming in to protect him. They're just like, oh, they got him. Beep, beep, beep.
Yeah. So damn Potter got what he wanted. And he did say the levee will hold for now. So Didn't even flinch.
Nope.
I noticed it, but the girl did, because the girl kind of jumped when she heard the.
He just looked like, I got what I wanted.
Exactly.
He was an evil person.
He is an evil person.
And you know what? I'm no offense, Potter. I'm sure you're a nice person in real life.
I know the actor, yeah.
But the actor, man, you did good. You were hated. And you need a haircut.
Yeah. Okay, so let's get to the very last shot. It's the final scene. We see Angel and Maverick on the beach.
With the Mayan tattoo covered. Remember the black bar over the Mayans?
Yeah.
He doesn't want to be affiliated with them anymore. I mean, he can't be. They probably let him. He
can't be.
Which, kudos to the Mayans, because I thought they were going to go back on their word and not let him go.
He did. They told them.
Yeah,
they said,
but it shows that there's no rule. There's no maybe gray area. It's black and white for them. So if any of you out there are planning to join a motorcycle club, it's black and white.
Well, but what about Raza? Bishop let Raza go, and he had killed another Mayan. So that's another question. That's just, I'm putting it out there because that's what happened.
It's what happened. So why did he get a pass?
Because Bishop is Bishop and he's the president, and nobody knows what he knows. So,
but EZ was the president. Fair. You killed your president.
I know, but Bishop knew and wanted to be president again. So he's all, we got to kill this guy because he was jealous. I think he was jealous.
Yeah, because you know why? He carried a lot of anxiety, depression from his own family, and he was just a lot of hate in his heart all the way through. Like
who? Bishop?
Oh, okay. He's still dealing with the demons of that. And I thought that one girl was going to change him. She let him in his life.
Yeah.
But then there he goes, he's screwing around, cheating again.
Yeah. He probably knows too, though. This is his life.
He couldn't bring her down.
Yeah, exactly. Because he knows he can't have that life because he chose this life. So yes, it is good that Angel, that was the highlight of
it gave us a glimmer of hope.
Yes.
Yeah.
Because he gets to live with his son for now. And he's got to do it on his own. It's hard. And he's got to live with knowing, like you said earlier, what he had to do to his brother who he loved.
So this is what I'm hoping, that Angel sold Felipe's house, maybe some of the meat shop, the butcher shop.
Yeah.
And he had some money and he got a nice apartment or a house. He's got a good job. The baby's in good daycare.
Yeah.
This is what I'm hoping in my mind.
Yeah.
But I mean, that he finds somebody. But does Angel think Adelita left him?
I think so.
Or
he does.
So he's always going to have a hole in his heart. It makes you think.
Maybe he thinks he can find her, but he won't. I don't know. Yeah, no, because he said she left. He didn't say she got killed or anything. Nobody sent anything to her.
But does he think, in his mind, is he thinking she knows something's bad because she left all that money? So Adelita kind of knew,
she did leave all that money. So he does have money, and then
she left it in the crib. So almost that hidden message, this is for you and the baby. I'm not sure what's going to...
So I hope he understands that she also gave up. Because she was supposed to kill his brother, and she didn't, because she knew she couldn't or wouldn't do that to him.
Okay, why, though? Can we ask that question?
What do you mean?
Why did... Oh, I guess because Soledad gave the order, but why easy? To cut the line so that they would have it?
Yeah, I think so.
Okay, I'll go with that.
Well, okay, so this is it. Any last thoughts, on this? Any questions? I wanted to bring up that Loza paid a visit to Cielo. I don't know, and that girl that he killed, or not that girl he killed. He was supposed to kill her, but he didn't end up kill her, and she ended up killing him. And then she sees he has money and a ticket.
And did you hear? He said, "You're not going to tell anyone."
Oh, I didn't hear him
I thought
that.
He meant you're not going to tell anyone now because I'm going to kill you. But he meant you're not going to tell anyone because I'm letting you free.
Yeah. Oh, man.
And then she couldn't. Then she went to the...
Yes.
God.
She went to the feds.
Thinking she's protecting herself. Look what happened. She's trying to protect herself. I killed him because he was going to kill me kind of thing.
But he wasn't. He was going to let her go. Oh, man. And I do want to say, besides Angel... Okay, so Angel survived. Marcus survived.
Yes.
Okay, and he's the original president.
Yeah, but he changed his life. Yeah. He gave everything for his child again.
Yeah. and Letty survived. The main people that
Yeah.
survived. There might have been, I'm not sure who
But,
else.
okay, you just said we got to the end, but we didn't talk about why did they kill Sophie?
Why did they kill her? Well, I think just because it was
She was on camp or
Yeah.
at the clubhouse.
yeah,
and
she would have probably been a loose end.
Okay.
She was just a part
At
of
first-
him. I think that's why. I felt bad because I thought EZ was going to live on through her.
But we can't say they killed his legacy because nobody knew she was pregnant except Sally.
Bottles might have known. Yeah, Sally knew. Bottles could have figured it out. And I'm sure if they went in, they would have saw, yeah, they didn't know. That sucks.
And did you see how Letty got there and she saw in the trailer that someone was there dead and saw the blood and she just got the dog and left?
Yeah.
Wow.
And went to the Broken Saints, which makes me curious about sometime in the future, if there could ever be a spinoff, if that could
and bring some.
be.
We did business with the old Mayans. These are the new Mayans.
Well, not Mayans. They're going to be
The Broken Saints, but
yeah.
they might do business with some sons.
a
and some
different
Chapter.
chapter. Mm-hmm. Yeah.
But the Broken Saints seem like they really take care of each other. That's the illusion I got.
Absolutely. Yes. I think they are pretty tight. Okay. Do you have any last parting words?
I'm still very sad.
I want to say that to me, with this whole season, the whole show, for me, I think the bright light, I don't know if it's a bright light or whatever you want to call it, but to me is just that brother, that family, because we saw it with Angel and EZ, especially the whole way through, how EZ was always there for his brother. And I think the same way that Angel was there for EZ, but also, like you had mentioned, Emily and her sister. So I feel like they were really kind of showcasing that bond. Like, is it the motorcycle club or is it blood?
It's like me and you.
Yeah. We're blood.
Yeah. Blood before club.
Yeah, we'd be breaking those rules. We got to have our own rules, our own club rules. So anyway, that's what I think about that whole.
Right. They really showed family and
Yeah.
the strength of family.
Yeah. You still wearing black? Yep.
I'm still wearing black
I'm still wearing black today,
I'm
too.
still in mourning. And I am a huge J.D. Pardo fan, and I know he's going to make more great movies, but I'll miss you, EZ. Rest easy, my brother.
I know. Rest easy. I love that. Rest easy. All right, Lisa.
Until the next show we watch.
Yes, that wraps up our conversation on the Mayans. Anything you've watched on TV and movies? Another recommendation?
Well, like I said before, I watch everything from reality shows to I watch Love After Lockup, I watch Mama June, I watch Sweet Magnolias, and I watch The Mayans. So I am all over. So if there is another show that you want to watch together, I am happy to do that.
Okay, but you did watch something this weekend that I watched.
Oh, gosh. I wasn't sure if I wanted to see it, but Cousin Diana said, I already got my tickets, so I didn't want to be left out. So with that, I'll say, hi, Barbie.
Hi, Barbie. Hi, Barbie. Hi, Barbie. Hi, Ken. Hi, Alan.
Yeah, poor Alan. So that movie was, okay, I grew up with Barbie, as you did. It was actually a cute movie.
I liked it.
It really actually was a cute movie. I love America Ferrera. I love Will Ferrell. So it actually had, I love Ryan Gosling. I mean, I love the actors.
Ryan Gosling was so funny.
I loved all the catching little innuendos of,
yes.
But it was cute. I thought the opening scene with the kids.
Yes, chucking
dolls. Yeah, I mean, who doesn't like Barbie somehow? Superhero Barbie, scary Barbie, fun Barbie, beautiful Barbie. But there was one thing that was really funny, and I always used to play with that as my own Barbies, is remember the high heel feet?
Yes.
Yeah, I always loved their high heel feet. So
yeah.
I thought it was funny when she took off her shoes,
yes.
she still had high heel feet.
Yes. Anyway, I loved Barbie, so I would highly encourage everyone to go watch it. It was so good. Most of my family went. My sons went with their girlfriends. My sons thought it was entertaining. They really did. And so they enjoyed it. They thought the visuals, the colors, they liked it. So I was happy that they enjoyed it too. And I could hear the girlfriends giggling when I was giggling because, I think it's great and a guy can enjoy it, but I think it really speaks to women. And so I just thought
it speaks to women.
good.
However, they did a good part with Ken.
Yes.
That he was enough.
Yes, he's enough.
Enough. But what also, too, is even little girls that grow up kind of more tomboyish, I guess you could say. Back then we used the word tomboy. Somebody always had a connection to Barbie. In the movie, you'll see, weird Barbie. We all cut the hairs off of the Barbies. So I really like that there's a Barbie for everyone.
Right. There is. There is a Barbie for everybody. Or a Ken. Or an Alan.
We all laugh.
Oh, it's so good. It's so funny. The songs in it. It was just really, really well done.
The choreography.
Yeah. Oh my gosh. I know for a minute we're like, are we watching Grease for a moment?
Yeah, and it
happening?
actually brought in more opening than, I guess, since before the pandemic. It's the biggest movie since the pandemic that's brought in the most money.
No.
Yep. I read
because it was Top Gun, Maverick.
It was Maverick, but no, it's
no,
Barbie.
Are you
since
kidding?
The pandemic, Barbie was the biggest blockbuster.
A woman director, too.
And Miss Handler in the show.
Greta Gerwig. What?
That created the Barbie.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah, so you guys need to watch that show, that movie.
I know. It was really good. So we recommend it. And I also watched Mission Impossible with Tom Cruise. May have mentioned that, but it was the day of the Dead Reckoning Part 1. It was good. It's all Tom Cruise. He's so good at what he does. Running. I also watched, they cloned Tyrone, which is on Netflix. It was interesting. It was different. It's with, oh man, I'm really bad now. I should know everybody's name. I know for sure Jamie Foxx is in it.
Ooh, I love Jamie Foxx.
He's funny. Oh, John Boyega, who is in the Star Wars movies. So he was in this too.
I will be watching, Cousin Lisa will be watching Virgin River.
Oh, have you seen that?
Oh, yes. I've been following Virgin River.
Okay, I watch it too.
Yeah, so season 5 is coming up in 48 days, I believe.
Oh, really?
Yes.
Okay, I didn't know that. Cool. All right, I think that's it. So go watch Mayans and go watch Barbie. I want to encourage all of you to check out my Facebook Live on What to Watch This Week, where I share with you the latest and greatest that is out there. Thank you, Lisa, for joining me today.
Thank you, Cousin Diana.
I'm so glad that you're here to talk with me about Mayans. I love it. So that's our show. Thanks for tuning in. We are grateful you tuned in, and we hope something that we said today resonated with you, gave you a chuckle, some happiness, some positivity, or inspiration. Please subscribe to our website, Screens in Focus, at screensinfocus.com, and tell a friend. We would love more members of our TV club. We'll be uploading a new episode on The Walking Dead Dead City. You can find our website listed in our show notes. We'll see you next time. Bye.